What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Cards for Hire. Thank you so much for joining me. So I'm getting the energy of somebody showboating. And before I lit that Palo Santo, I wasn't sure if it was my collective needing to pause on the showboating or somebody else in your energy needing to, or showboating. And then I heard, hey, you're doing. And then I saw when Respucia went down the slide, like I was visualizing it as I lit that Palo Santo. Something about your protection and your positive energy could be very significant. So somebody was showboating because she ended up going straight through that wall. Okay, okay. Before we get into this, Lord, I thank you in advance. Ask for clarity, protection, as well as progression and connection. I extend my gratitude and ask that my angels and guides protect me and mine on this vibe. Amen. So we're going to check into the situation. We are also going to check on their energy, how they are viewing you, and then the outcome. That's what we're going to do. Woo! How you're doing? Okay, what's the situation? The veil. I'm going to keep shuffling though, just in case. That came out so fast. The veil. Somebody's seeing the truth about something. And I was also getting the fact that you are far exceeding what people expected of you. It's either people didn't expect you to start, they didn't expect you to get this far, or they didn't expect you to keep going. Something like that is significant. And Respucia went far. Okay. What's the situation? Somebody also could have gone too far with showboating. Somebody spoke too soon. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hello? Family is significant. This is a situation. Okay. This could be your blood relatives or your chosen family. Take it as it resonates. Something about support or lack thereof, because this is 21. 21 plus 2 plus 1 is 3. Yes, High Priestess. Something about your intuition could be very significant. You may be doing something that requires you to really tap into your intuition, and it doesn't have to be spiritual. It could just be what it is that you're supposed to be doing on this planet, at the very least at this time in your life. What's this person's energy? 3 is crazy. Courthouse, mature man, and divinity. Baby, they're going through spiritual, what's the word? Spiritual judgment, spiritual court. And like I said, somebody is very much protected. Absolutely. Remember, Norbert was a sweetheart. Spiritual court, spiritual jail is what I wanted to say. I think that's what I wanted to say, but I didn't say. Relationship, like I said, Respucia and Norbert. Who is your Respucia? Okay. Something about the relationship or about a relationship. And although it says relationship with the hearts and stuff, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. We do have family here. Could be somebody that you have kids with, though. I keep seeing enamor. Somebody may be putting on a facade, because I did see the veil before. Somebody could be putting up a facade about how they view you. Remember, she was like, I'm pregnant. And she didn't really want them. She treated them like crap. Yes, North Node. You're going towards your North Node, while this other person could be going towards or could be experiencing karma. How are they viewing my collective? Like I said, something with your intuition. Hello, trusted. They find that you may be being trusted with a certain heirloom, envelope, something like that. Obsession. They find that you may be entrusted with a certain gift. Yeah, and they might be trying to seek you out or talk to you about something, about releasing it or relinquishing it to them in some type of way. If you can't just hand it over, then they definitely want to benefit from it, if that makes sense. How are they viewing my collective? Somebody could be portraying themselves to be mature, man or woman. Divinity. This is how they are viewing you. You are divine, baby. They could be viewing you as somebody that is judging them as well, but you're judging them from an elevated place. And I keep hearing scope. I'm not sure if they're trying to tell me like a microscope or within a certain scope. Jealousy and envy, yeah. Oh, they're jealous of your divinity for sure. They're jealous of your gifts. They might even feel like you're being more protected than anybody else that they've ever dealt with. Whatever they are trying to do, whatever they have said about other people, it worked on them. It worked on them. It's giving you the boss. You know how in games you come up against the boss, like the final level? I'm hearing final countdown. Oh, my nose going crazy. Okay. What's the outcome? 9211. They view you as very spiritual as well. The veil. I knew it was gonna come out. How's the first card? Now it's the last card. The veil. The truth will be seen by all. I'm hearing who gonna stop me? And I don't know if that's y'all. Look, mature woman or mature man. The mature man came out before. This could be a couple. Oh, they are the couple. Thank you, Lord. They are the couple and they are being spiritually judged. This could be within your family. This could be your parents. This could be your auntie and uncle. This could be your cousins. Wow. Riveting. Okay. Mature woman and starseed. All right. Okay. Woo. What else? What's with this family? Let me separate these just a teeny bit. There's a separation. I don't always separate them like this, but there's a separation. Or there could have been a separation. I'm hearing a train. Somebody's coming or going. Or somebody doesn't know whether they're coming or going. Somebody's wits aren't about them. Clarify family, please, for the situation. Somebody got some big lips. The Hanged Man. They could have been very fond of seeing you stuck or confusing you in some type of way. Six of Wands, yeah. When you were stuck, they were victorious. When you were stuck, they were benefiting. When you were stuck, they could control you. The Sun. Yeah, when you were stuck, they were happy. When you were stuck, they had clarity. Interesting. But you also may be coming out of that Hanged Man energy. You may be recognizing who is for you and who is not. The Lovers. The Lovers. Three of Swords. Something may be happening within their situation because we have the Three of Coins as well. Something about this collaboration is falling apart. It's giving the energy of, like, you know, when I'm not going to say when you're enemies. Say in a movie there's a protagonist and then there are multiple antagonists. They're turning against each other. So it's like, you were supposed to do this. Where you were supposed to do this. That's what I'm seeing. I thought you said you had her. Well, she got away. I thought you said you talked to him. Well, he didn't want to talk. Something like that. The Hermit, yes, there's some type of isolation. Maybe they could have isolated you or now they are separating or something like that. But this is the situation. They could have got off or found power by keeping you isolated. Yeah, Temperance. But what they didn't know was you like to be alone. You like to be alone. You're able to find peace when you are alone. You're able to recalibrate when you are alone. The Hermit is self-reflection. The Hermit is wisdom. And it's right by the biggest star in our galaxy. So you were also healing while you were isolated. And you was warm up under the covers, rubbing your feet together. And manifesting. Okay. Cooperate. Yeah, this is family. I don't even peep. Ten of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Swords could be significant. A betrayal, obviously. Okay, this Five of Wands keeps coming out. Something about a fight. They may be fighting with each other. Somebody may have put you in competition in some way, shape, or form. Like if these are your parents, then they put you in competition with your siblings. If these are your aunts and uncles, then they put you in competition with your cousins, grandparents, cousins, and anybody else. That may be the situation. Let's see what this relationship is. Who are these people? They're putting on a facade as well because look how they matching. You know, there's a certain assumption I'm not going to say assumption. There's a certain perception about couples that match, whether it's colors or like the exact same thing. You assume, one can assume that they might be really close. You're close enough to want to match this person. That means if I'm missing, I can tell you I'm looking for somebody with this shirt. You're easy to identify. Eight of Cups, the Empress, and the Six of Cups. Yeah, somebody done left. Somebody has left the building. That's what I just heard. Eight of Cups, the Empress, and the Six of Cups. Somebody may be leaving the other one person to come to you. The Queen of Cups, okay. Somebody could be leaving a mother. I heard a mother and a lover, or a mother or a lover. Eight of Cups, the Empress, and the Six of Cups. They're coming back to their past. If you are a part of these people's past, they're coming back. Or with the Eight of Cups and the Empress and the Six of Cups. It's something about returning to the past. It's like some loose ends that aren't tied or burned off. Somebody got to go back to fix some loose ends, like I said, or they're trying to. Like I said, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Mind you, these are all majors: the Hanged Man, the Sun, and the Hermit. And then the Empress right here. Clarify this Empress. Thank you. The Devil and the Four of Swords. This could be you. Even though we're clarifying their energy with this relationship card, somebody could have said that I'm done with the tomfoolery and I'm going back to the person that's healed. Or somebody is trying to get away from this toxic energy, this devil. Respucia. Something about that is significant, man. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, somebody's trying to put themselves on the top of the wheel, because we did see karma with this other deck. Something about a deck or a patio could be significant. Somebody could have been injured being on a deck or a patio. Something about a cruise ship deck could be significant. And these people are on a beach. Something could have happened on a trip with the Eight of Cups. Something could have happened on a trip. Or somebody wasn't expecting you to walk right into your Empress energy after healing. Something like that. And then now it's like they're met with that past that they were afraid of. People only stop you when you come off as a threat. Like the only reason Scar went after Simba was because he knew that he had the right to fight for the throne. I mean, the throne was supposed to be his. He was entitled to the throne, but still. Great idea. Who needs a king? No king, no king. La 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 la. These people were idiots. Okay, what's divinity? Something about somebody not wanting to be ruled over in some way, shape, or form. Like not wanting to be taught a lesson. And if they were, they didn't want to learn it from you. Something like that is significant. Ten of Swords, I said it. So they tried to get rid of you in some way, shape, or form. What's this divinity for how they see the collective? Ten of Swords came right back out. The Strength. Yes, they tried to end you. They might have thought that you were very egotistical or that you were moving in an egotistical light. Somebody may have thought that because of how you speak or how you teach, that you thought that you were better. Somebody tried to control you, dim your light in a way, because the Sun to the Hermit go from a bright light to a little bit of living space. Somebody tried to shrink you, or they tried to make you feel small. The Star, yeah, you got too much in you, baby. You got too much healing in you. King of Coins. They may be afraid of how much money you can manifest, make, create, how much abundance you can create. Can I get one more for this divinity for how they view them? The Two of Swords in reverse. Whatever they was viewing before, baby, they seeing clearly now. And if you don't know, now you know. They know now. Two of Swords. What's this Two of Swords? What do they see now? Five of Swords. Somebody was jealous. They see not only that they were putting themselves in the line of fire. You never know who's protecting who. whether it's a sniper in the back or a sniper in the ethers. Nine of Cups. They were only worried about what they wanted to happen, what they wanted to see. They were blinded by jealousy. Mm. What's this veil? Actually, what's this strength in the Ten of Swords? What is this? Something about a violin could be significant. Oh, a tiny violin from SpongeBob. Interesting. Nine of Wands. Yeah. You might not have shown these people a lot of pity when they were putting themselves in certain situations. Something about you was very guarded. They might have felt victimized by you being very guarded, very heavily protected. It's like, I can't get, it's almost like the more protected you were, the more you were ignoring them, or the more their actions weren't able to penetrate you, the more they tried. Three of Wands. They just kept growing, kept building, kept building. Three of Wands. They just kept, the plan just kept getting, the plot kept thickening. Clarify this veil for this outcome. King of Cups. Somebody's seeing the truth. Whereas somebody was could have been against you because they despised you. Somebody else might have tagged along just because they were with somebody who didn't like you, or because you didn't want them. And this is the thing, this Eight of Cups, the Empress, and the Six of Cups. Somebody, it's given like you're the protector, like you're the armor and I'm the brains, like Pinky and the Brain type energy. So somebody was the mastermind, the other was the muscle, was the bronze. Something about metals could be significant. Oh. Something about you possibly being top tier. It's given top 2 and I ain't 2. The Hierophant is given top 2 and I ain't 2. They about to learn a lesson. Clarify this veil. Page of Wands. Good news for you, buckaroo. King of Cups. The Four of Coins. Something about you keeping your energy to yourself, you keeping your money to yourself, you keeping your mind focused. Something about tunnel vision could be significant. Just head down, grinding. Six of Coins and the King of Coins. Yeah, they were trying to manipulate. They were trying to dip you out of something. And it fell all the way over here, the veil. Somebody was trying to cheat you out of something. Six of Coins to the King of Coins. It's like, how you gonna give me 3% of my money? What is this? The World. That's coming to an end now, though. And they made it seem, they made it seem as if they were going like, I almost want to say bid for bid. I don't even know. But they made it seem as if everything was balanced, but it was not. It is not. The King of Coins. Taurus. I read the kings as the fixed signs. Taurus. Something about somebody being real comfortable with whatever it was that they were doing. Something about somebody's hair or a scarf could be significant. Yeah, something about horns. once they either got what they wanted or didn't get what they want, you saw their horns, you saw their true colors, which is why the veil is here. And the King of Cups, they weren't able to pull some type of reaction out of you once you realize, oh, you playing me. The Knight of Wands, and you might have got up out of there, like on some don't follow me type stuff. Yeah, okay. Temperance, Judgment, and the Knight of Wands. This is the thing, while you're sitting in your solitude, in your isolation, it's almost like they planned on wreaking havoc wherever you were, or wherever you weren't. So in your energy, but while you're in the house or something like that. But they didn't realize that that was only making you stronger and more in tune with your intuition, meaning your discernment grew as well. So when you finally step back outside, you're like, man, I can see shit way different now. What's my collective's actual energy aside from how they are being viewed? Because when the roof came in and the truth came out, I just didn't know what to do. The community and health concern. Faith. The community thinks you're crazy all because you work on faith. So it don't gotta make sense to y'all. Okay? They could also be watching you like through a screen or something. Let me get one more for their actual energy. Community and health concern for their actual energy. Like I said, this is family. They could also have been portraying you as this karma and a gift. It's like they're waiting for you to come into like a health concern situation or into some type of karma. But what they don't know is your karma gonna look better than theirs. With a gift, you may be receiving a gift. You could be honing your gifts. Mind you, you was already by yourself. You ain't had nothing but time. Achievement. Seven of Pentacles. Look, they're waiting. They like, when is this shit gonna pop off? Mind you, we got the Sun right here as well. Five of Coins. Yeah, they're waiting for you to be in some sort of lack, almost like to come back to them, to come back at, yes, and the world is right here. But the times of you needing them are over. Page of Wands. You got some good information either coming in or you've already received it. Six of Cups, yeah. Or Six of Wands, I'm sorry. Six of Wands, and the Ace of Cups is right under that. So something about you choosing to love and focus on yourself, they don't understand it because they ain't never planned it. The Emperor and the Nine of Cups, or the Nine of Coins, dang. 17, what they don't see is your abundance about to roll the hell in, baby. Baby girl. Again with that 12. Now where you were once stuck, they are stuck. Community, they confused as to why whatever it is they did didn't work. 3 + 1, 4. Why didn't it stick? Why aren't you soaking in whatever we threw at you? Why aren't you broken down from the lessons that you've learned? Because I took the lessons and I left the pain. That's why. It's something about you honing, like you being completely comfortable being on your own. You even being able to grow some tomatoes, cucumbers, flowers, and shit. That's your gift. You can grow in the darkness. You can grow things in the darkness. 8 of Swords. They ain't never seen nothing like it. Queen of Swords. While they looking at you, you chilling, sitting on your wisdom. No longer in that Queen of Cups energy that we saw before. You're no longer overly giving. Overly giving? Over giving. Over giving. Yeah. Yes, Queen of Cups. Because when you're if you are constantly in this Queen of Cups, baby, you're giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. They like, something must be wrong. She ain't giving no more. He ain't giving no more. Something must be wrong. But this is the thing. You could have had a child in your darkness. You could be focusing on that. You could have created something in your darkness. You could be focusing on that. It could be like a business or starting something new, like whatever. Put it where it goes. Something digitally if you were always in the house. Something even more creative with your hands. And they watch it so hard, they about to watch you bloom is what's crazy. The Four of Cups and the Devil. Yeah, you're no longer accepting any freaking thing just because you're being given it. They could have tried to hand you something. Like I said, something about an heirloom or a gift could be significant. The Tower, yeah, surprise, surprise. Mugs is in a power now. Now somebody might be coming to try to apologize or like ease something, like put a band-aid over something, or try to coax you out of moving forward as you are with this gift. Starseed, baby. Baby, you on your mission. Ain't no stopping you now. Anything else that the collective needs to know? Expectation. Oh, sweetheart. What should they expect? What's to be expected? Something about double for your trouble could be significant. There are 2 cups in the back. Healer. Okay. Somebody's last name could be Healer. House. Something about your stability is going to remain as strong as it is. If it's not going to remain as strong, it's going to get stronger. Yeah, somebody powerful right now. Destruction, so very powerful. You ripping roots up, baby. Ripping up long-standing curses, ripping up long-standing limitations, long-standing beliefs. You can't treat everybody like you treated everybody. You can't treat everybody the same way. Last one. What my collectives needs to know. You're a healer, baby. Expect to be treated as such. Heavy as the head. You gonna get animosity because you rising. That's a given. If you ain't got haters, you ain't doing Nathaniards. All right? This mature man might be coming in. This mature man is gonna come in and ask you for some help. I need $1. That's what I need. Somebody could be coming into some money. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Ritual 44. You were protected from this ritual, whatever they did. 44 and 8. It's like you ate that shit up. I didn't even think about that. That's crazy. That just came out of nowhere. Whatever they threw at you, baby, you ate that shit up for dinner. He's like, ugh. Nice little burp. That fill me up for what I got plans for tomorrow type shit. Okay. We're going to end with an oracle. I low key. Okay. I like this. I'm going to do one out of here, and then I'm going to do the book one. Living my life like it's golden, 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 golden. That's what I'm hearing. You could have just tried surrendering. You no longer fight back. You're just surrendering. You let people do what they gonna do, and then you handle them or place them accordingly. Living my life like it's golden, golden, golden. Living my life like it's 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 golden, golden. Hey, I'm not about to play with you. If you don't want to come out, I'm gonna do one more shuffle. To love without expectations is to be in heaven. Release control, make peace with loved ones. I'm just playing. But yeah, this mature man, like I said, they're going to come in for healing. You can accept it, sure. You can talk it out, sure. That don't mean they got to be in the same space that they had before. That don't mean that they get to be this close. They can be 6 feet plus. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I know y'all know what I'm saying. Let me read the bottom. Look for the answers inside your questions. Be honest with yourself. You know the truth. The veil is right here. You know the truth. Don't question it. Your intuition, beep, 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 is at an all-time high. All right? Okay. Anything else? Somebody might be a little rude, man. But you're healed enough to be able to handle it. I mean, you are a healer. If you can't heal yourself, you definitely can't heal nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Closing out guidance and messages for my collective peace and thank you. Somebody might try to break your peaceful demeanor. They might try to break whatever facade they think that you're under to prove to everybody else like, oh, that's still the same. Little do they know. Jesus, the freaking weeds. Y'all want me to put nothing out of this? Let me know. Elder. Wisdom. You may be young, but baby, you got the brains of the elders, okay? And I'm not saying that. Never mind, I ain't even gonna say that. Yeah, something about a family tree, something about roots. Like I said, you destroying stuff. You destroying things that your family may have always said, this is just how we do things. This could be even as far as going to therapy. You know, some families be like, we don't go to therapy. 28, 10. You done with something. You like, I cannot pass this on to my children. Hello? Better yet, I can't pass on this stank-ass energy. Rising from the underworld. Release, letting go, major transformations, higher wisdom, new perceptions, and awakening to the truth. The veil right there. Okay. Elder signals the end of a phase in life, as well as the beginning of a major cycle. The queen of the underworld reminds us of the symbolic death that visits us often as we progress through our physical and metaphysical growth. Elder reminds us of the blooming we experience when we simply allow our old self to decompose. In giving new life, the old one needs to be torn apart and allowed to die. Don't resist it. Elder is a wise guardian assisting us as we step through the doorways of darkness. Allow yourself to be consumed by her mighty presence as the Dark Mother protects our spirit as it goes through the cycles of transformation. That's what I got for y'all. I hope that helped. If you have any questions or if you are interested in a personal reading, check the description box down below. Take it slow, stay fly,